Hey everyone, it's Raven. Welcome back to the Nest. So what I'm going to be doing today is doing an update on my savings challenges that I started this year. I will link above the video that I did back in December where I kind of went through, what savings challenges are, and I even gave some examples of some savings challenges. And then I talked about two saving challenges in particular that I would be doing for this year, 2021. So let's go ahead and get into them. Alrighty, so what we have here are the two printables that I actually created for the savings challenges that I'll be doing this year. And these two printables are linked below in the description box. Disregard the nails. I need to redo them. My nails have grown so much, but yeah, I need to redo them. So anyway, so we will actually go into this first one, which is the $1 monthly savings challenge. And essentially what I'm doing is each day I'm saving the amount that is equivalent to the day. So we have the first, we have $1, second $2, third $3, fourth $4, so on and so forth, all the way to the end of the month. Now, you don't really need to print multiples of these. I'm just doing it that way. I'm doing a sheet for each month because I like to kind of mark off as I go, and then there's a total at the bottom. So I just like to see stuff and touch stuff, and yeah. So I'm actually going to be keeping these. I have a big happy planner because I have several printables that I've created that I use for my financial, I guess, journey portion of my life. So, and I keep them all in there, and I actually need to punch holes in these so I can put them in there. So essentially these are for the first 3 months of 2021, and I actually may switch to doing these monthly, like the update videos. It may help people if I do them monthly, so I don't know, I may do them monthly, but essentially these are the first 3 for the first quarter of the year. All right, so, and at the end I'm going to insert a clip, well, not a clip, but like a screenshot, because I'm keeping both of these in one savings account. Like, I didn't split them up, I just kept them together, but I'm tracking them separately, if that makes sense. All right, so this is for January. So as you can see, I have ticked off all days in January, and then the total amount I saved in January for the $1 monthly savings challenge is $496. All right, and then this one is for February, and let me try to pan out a little bit. That may help. Okay. This is for February, and as you see, I have all days ticked off all the way to the 28th, because this year there was only 28 days in February. There's usually only 28 days in February, except during a leap year, because I think there was 29 days last year, but this year is 28. So, and I actually X'd off the additional days, and the total amount I saved with this challenge in the month of February was $406. And then here's my chart for March. As you can see, I have not finished marking off all the days. We just really got out of March a couple of days ago. So what I need to do is I need to go in and mark off the rest of my days. So we're going to mark off the 28th, the 29th. Some days I do miss like marking it off, and then I'll go back and do, several days at once. But generally, as far as like the physical saving aspect of it, I'm pretty good about saving the amount each day, because I usually try to do it when I wake up in the morning. So we marked off the 28th, 29th, and there are 31 days in March, so we're going to mark off 31. And the total amount for 31 days is $496. Alright, so that is March, and then we're going to talk about, I'm going to do totals. Well, now I'll go ahead and do totals. So, essentially, so this is January sheet. So January is going to be $496. And then February is going to be $406. And then March is going to be again $496. Okay, all right. So those three amounts totaled together comes out to, and I'm going to get a little sheet of paper so that I can mark it and keep track. I've done these numbers, but you know, I like to do stuff on camera. So for the $1 monthly savings challenge, I have saved a total in the first quarter $1,398. All right, so that's that. All right, now let's move on to the 52-week savings challenge. Now this one, I don't need multiples of these because it has the entire year on one sheet. So you really just need one sheet for this. And technically you can, you know, do the $1 monthly savings with just the one sheet and using that as like a tracker. Well, just to kind of keep you on track. But like I said, I like to have the multiple sheets for each month because I just like to see the progress that I'm making. And essentially you can see that on here because like I said, you're tracking each week on one page. So let's go ahead and get into this one. Now, again, it will be linked somewhere above how I really went into detail about each of these two savings challenges that I'm doing. So I'm just going to briefly go through this one here. Essentially this one, if you save up each amount each week, by the time you get to the end of the year, you would have saved $5,200. That's why it's called $5,200 in 52 weeks. All right, so essentially it starts off at $70 and then it goes from $70 one week, the next week $80, then $90, then $160, and then it starts back over at $70. Let me zoom in a bit so I can see. Okay, so within the first quarter, we have marked off about 12 weeks so far in this quarter, but of course I need to go in and fill these in. So let's do that because I stopped at the end of February marking it off on the sheet, but I did, you know, physically save the amount in my account. So let's go. We have week 9 at 70. Week 9 was on, I think it was on 3.5 if I'm not mistaken. Let's look. So we got February 26th, I think 3.5, yeah. So 3.5. And then week 10 would have been the following week, 3.12. The following week would have been week 11 on 3.19. And then the 12th week, which was the final week of the quarter, that would have been 3/26, 2021. All right, so that was the entire quarter. So, and I don't even have to calculate this because the nice thing about this chart is that it calculates everything up for you. So essentially at the end of 12 weeks, once I added my final 160 for the quarter, I would have had a total of $1,200. So let's go ahead and add that in there. And I'm actually just going to put 5.2K in 52 weeks. That is going to be $1,200. So that means that I should have a grand total of $1,200 for the 52 weeks challenge plus the $1,398 from the monthly savings challenge. That means that I should have a total of $2,598. Alright, so now I'm going to insert a clip here, well, a picture basically of the savings account that I'm using to like collect all of this, because I was gonna do separate accounts for each amount, but I was like, well, the ultimate goal, which if you saw my goals video back in December, my ultimate goal is to save $10,000 this year. So essentially with these two savings challenges, the $1 savings challenge, if I do it each month how I'm supposed to, I would save, I think it's like around, it's a little over $5,000, I believe. And then the 52 weeks challenge, you save up $5,200. So in a sense, if I do them both and I complete them both throughout the entire year, I would have a little over $10,000, which would be me reaching my goal of saving $10,000 this year. So as you can see right here, my savings account balance total is $2,677.02. Now that is because we are a bit into April. Today's like April the 6th or something like that today. So essentially, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to show that picture as well where I actually scrolled. The posting date where you see 3/31/2021, that was essentially my ending balance at the end of that day. And that was after I had saved like my final amount. Where you see there under 3/31/2021 where it has the 115, I missed some days. So I had to add up basically my Friday amount, which is, I save this weekly on Fridays. So I had to add this amount plus a couple of days of the $1 monthly savings challenge. So I put all that in on the 31st. So essentially, once I got all of my amounts in, that brought me to a grand total of $2,602.02, which is a surplus of 98.00 minus 2602.02, which is a little bit of a surplus of $4.02. So that is where we are as far as quarter one. The goal was to save $2,598, and I actually have a total of $2602 saved. So we are doing really, really well. If you are following along with the savings challenge, let me know how you're doing, or if you're doing other saving challenges, let me know how you're doing with those. All right, guys, and you enjoyed this update video, and if you would prefer to see these done monthly instead of quarterly, just let me know. But I honestly may start doing them monthly. But if you enjoyed this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button so that you do not miss any more of my videos. Thanks, guys. Peace.